as I'm continuously open to learn, relearn, heal, and grow on. I'm continuously unraveling that it doesn't deeply and consistently trouble me if someone is not consistent with communication with me, as it did in time periods in my life. And this is why. In my continuous talk with Yahweh Jah Jehovah alongside Christ Yahshua above the heavens, I've come to continuously ask Yahweh to open my mind to see things abstractly, to see things beyond the surface layers. And there are layers to each and every one of us. It's not just a black and white. If this person does this, this is what it means. Or if they do that, this is what it means. It's not always quite that simple. So as I'm continuously praying over the habitual evidence, I'm beginning to continuously unravel that there's just more to everything and everyone. So if someone is not consistently responding to me, it can be for various reasons. They could be going through so much in their life, like all of us are. And the way they deal with things, they may feel like they don't want to put or spill over their troubles or challenges on other people. So they kind of like take some time to regroup and reset themselves away. Or at times they may be feeling so much anxiety and downness that they don't feel enthused to connect with anyone, really. That they may feel like they have to give some energy to, so to speak. And it could be just that they're very extremely busy. They really are busy. It's not an excuse. And there are other times people are not really aligned right now where they are in a growth process with committed relationships. They may be quietly aware of who they are at that time period to some degree, and they know that they're not willing to put in that dedication. So they just don't want to get that deep. Could be so many different layers. Also, it could be that they're still healing from past relationships that they really invested a lot of time, energy, heart into, and it just didn't turn out as they hoped, and they don't want to go through that again. So they continue to keep things very surface or very inconsistent because they haven't really healed in that dynamic yet. Could be more other reasons. I don't want to say excuses, other reasons. And then also, I don't think it's fair to force a shoe that's not fitting. It's not fair because would you like someone forcing a shoe that was 2 times smaller or 2 times bigger than what your feet can fit? Sure, you can walk around, maybe stuff tissues in the back of it if it's too big, or in the front of it, or you could get bunions and corns and messed up feet if you want to, but is that really practical? So if you don't like that done to you, then why put someone else through that? If they're not aligning with you for whatever reason, and it's come to a point, because I truly believe in my continuous talk with Yahweh through Yahshua, paired with my continuous study of the inspired, preserved, and historical scriptures and different accounts, that when something is more organic, it feels more at ease. When someone is more aligned with you spiritually, it's very essential because you may exhibit to be a very consistently uncomfortable with just giving your body in a certain way before marriage, in a relationship that's not committed, in a relationship with someone who's not really having a solid respect for themselves. They evidently may be engaging in multiple sex partners where you have to constantly in the back of your mind be thinking, can I get an STD from this person? If I get pregnant, will my child have at least an overall stable parent besides myself in their life? I don't want to go through the traumas I've been through in childhood. It could be so many different facets to that, and I think it's very important to be honest with yourself and the other individual. Like, and for them to be honest with themselves and you, because I don't think you're doing anyone a favor by stringing them along, because really it's the deeper that you get into something, the more it takes to kind of unwind out of it and really try to savor what damage has been fostered. I just feel, based on my habitual collaborations, research, experiences, and wholehearted prayers and supplications, that if it's not overall mutual and consistent, then you have to let it free. We were graced on this planet. We came, even if we have a twin, we came out one at a time, likely. And so you cannot take anything with you. Every breath that we breathe in and every breath that we exhale is a grace gift from above the heavens. And we all are living, breathing miracles, because once again, I mention this almost in every single video. Out of a few to millions of spermatozoa, you never know how many, on the day of conception, we were the ones who evidently made it through. So we're evidently here for a reason, and we are miracles. It's up to us to make life meaningful. I do, in continuous research and prayers and supplications, have come to continuously acquire that it's a waste of time to jump from person to person. It's a refuse. Really, your body is your temple. It's something sacred, and it's the only body you have in this lifetime to be in. So how you utilize it and what you expose it to and how you treat it, it does matter in the short and long term, pardon me. So if you are treating your body as if it's a buffet, and pretty much many people, or even if it's the same cycle of people, can go through it, you really don't know who those people have been dealing with. And even if so, they have been dealing with just you juggling different individuals. It's very stressful. You have to be worrying about, not only for some, can I get an STD? It's a higher risk of getting an STD if I'm with multiple individuals. Can I get one of these people possibly pregnant, or can I get pregnant from this individual? And now you gotta be worried about a life, bringing a life into whatever choices you make. And then juggling people and hiding and ducking, it's very stressful. It's just not worth it. And based on habitual evidence, it makes more common sense to just be with one individual that you can continuously grow with. You can both continue to learn each other. Because I believe that based on the evidence, in every dynamic of your life, you're becoming anew. So it's never going to be boring, because if you are continuously open to learn, relearn, heal, and grow on, you are becoming the best version of yourself in each season. You're not going to get the same person in every season unless you're not being consistent about your growth. And growth never stops unless you are not being evidently consistent and proactive about it. So it can be miserable if someone is stuck in that saga. But for those who are striving to continuously be open to be teachable and healthily moldable to Yahweh's standards of true inner beauty, true inner peace, true overall inner progression, you will find it enjoyable to be with each other if you both are willing to be continuously teachable and continuously open to strip off the old stagnant habits and put on the new. Anywho, I just don't feel consistently sad when someone disconnects with me, because like I mentioned before, trying to force a shoe that doesn't fit or trying to wear something that's too big for my foot, it just causes more damage and more discomfort. So why make them uncomfortable and make myself uncomfortable, trying to constantly prove what's not aligning? So you do things genuinely from your heart. If you feel inclined in prayer to be moved to reach out to someone, I'm not too prideful or embarrassed to say Pardon me. How are you? Are you okay? Have you been taking care of yourself? Because that is what I feel is important as humans on this shared planet. To be concerned about each other, to care for each other, to love each other. But not every relationship dynamic is going to be consistent in certain spectrums. And I'm okay with that because I don't like being forced. I don't like making people feel uncomfortable. I don't like being consistently uncomfortable myself. So if this was just a season with you, or if this is going to be seasons with a plural, or if this is going to be pretty much a lifetime with you, whatever it may be, I'm grateful because nothing is owed to me and nothing is owed to you or us. So it's very essential to be grateful in the moment and to know that